very interesting character. He's a Boda writer as we speak. He's already gotten his bachelor's degree, and he's now working on his master's degree as we speak. A lot of qualified people out there doing some amazing things. We just don't get to meet them every day, but they are there. So Thomas Omao joins us live in the studios today. You're a Boda writer.
Yeah, besides being a Boda rider, I'm a farmer, a businessman, and also a church elder.
You could tell us about what you farm and then what business you do.
And what you're elding.
Okay. Before I proceed, Jeff and Nick, you must actually agree with myself that almost 40% of this population is made up of the youth, and majority are actually unemployed.
Actually, it's a larger number.
Exactly,
it's like 70%.
Exactly, is unemployed. Yeah. So what I want to say is that I do wheat farming and also maize farming to complement my little earning that I make from Boda and also business. Actually, we need to agree with ourselves that with the growing population, with the huge population, this population must be fed. Yeah. Okay, Jeff.
Yeah, it must be transported.
Yeah, so that implies that any form of farming must always bring some earning.
Right.
Yeah. So going back, as I can remain, sir, I did my standard 8 examination, that is KCPE, in 2009 at the prestigious Olympic School.
Here in Kibra?
No. We have one in Kisii County.
When you say the prestigious, you only know this one.
No, if you do your research,
yes,
that's one of the best schools in Kisii County.
Olympic.
Yeah, it's one of the best schools in Kisii County. So I got an opportunity to join Kanga School. By that time, Kanga was an academic giant, especially in the Nyanza region, due to the fact that I came from a very humble and poor family background. So I joined a local secondary school by the name Ongicha. That's a local day mixed secondary school where I managed an A-, that is in the KCSE examinations of 2013. So, back in school, I was a great debater. I liked debating, I liked following politics, newspapers. So I just decided to do a course that is related to that. So I joined Maseno University to do an undergraduate in political science with information technology, and that was in 2014. So in 2019, that is at the December of 2019, I graduated with a second class upper in political science with information technology from Maseno University. So, as you understand, there is joblessness in this country, and we are not guaranteed a job opportunity, especially immediately after graduating. So I stayed like 1.5 years until I got an internship with an international non-governmental organization based in Kisumu by the name Transparency International. So I worked there for a year as an intern. You are just given a token, an upkeep. So my contract ended with Transparency International. Then that was in 2021. So after that, I again stayed for like 1 year without a job until 2022, when again I got another opportunity with an international financial institution that I cannot mention.
Why not?
Because of...
but they don't know you used to work there. You're the payroll. You're the only one who knows you're working there.
Yeah. It was actually an international financial institution here at Lenana Road. So I worked...
Google.
Lenana Road Financial Institution. It's easy now.
So I worked there for another 1 year. Then I can say that that's one of the form of employment that I really enjoyed. Then I got some cash and enrolled as a master's student at the University of Nairobi, now pursuing a master's in research and public policy.
And how far are you away from graduating?
It's 1 year.
So you
1
just
year
started,
shy.
Amma?
Yeah, I've just started.
Let me ask you, so why did you leave the International Financial
Institution
on Lenana Road?
With money.
What happened, I told you that some of these jobs, you normally work on a contractual basis, whereby you are not sure whether the contract will be renewed or not. So my contract ended. It was also actually also a 1-year contract. But I thank God because I got something good to start a side business. Besides being a Boda rider, I also have other bodas that have employed other youth who could otherwise been unemployed.
You have employed them?
Yes.
How many?
10.
10. My friend.
10.
And how many acres are you farming of wheat? You had mentioned wheat farming at some point.
Maize.
Okay, I have 5 acres of wheat and 10 acres of maize.
My friend, and you grew up poor?
How did you acquire? Does ESCC know that after a year of internship you have 5 acres of land and 10?
And
10 bodas.
You know, Jeff and Nick, I like to be very, very crystal clear. You know, when you grow up in a Boa upbringing, when you grow up from a very humble beginning, you know, this is when you realize that you really need to work hard.
Yes.
And where you come from will not have to determine what you become.
Yes.
Yeah. So, as I told you, you know, there are some of the informal job opportunities outside here that people disregard.
Yes.
Like, for example, the Boda business that I'm talking about. For myself, I work with an online platform that is headquartered in Barcelona, Spain. So with that platform, what we are only supposed to do is to have the knowledge of riding a Boda. Then you have a good smartphone. Then you are good to go. So that's why this morning I'm trying to tell my fellow youth out there, before we say that there is no job opportunities, before we say that the government of the day, the Kenya Kwanza regime, has not offered employment opportunities, which other skill do you have besides that degree, besides that master's that you have? So it's my clarion call that this part of the demographic to possess at least another skill besides what you've gone through in college, in university. You see, I don't know whether I'm making sense, Nick.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So besides the academic qualifications that we have, we need to have other skills. Because you know, when I was working with the non-government organization that I told you, that organization advertised for the position of a driver. Then a friend of mine that we were working with, he was also an intern. He had the driving skills. So you see, it was easier for him to be absorbed into that position, into that portfolio as a driver. And as we are currently speaking, the gentleman is not a driver. He has been absorbed into management and administrative roles within that organizational setup. So
he's a smart guy.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying
he's
that
educated.
He's educated. So that's why I'm really saying that besides the academic qualifications, besides the papers that we have, it's good to also possess another skill. Like Jeff, I want to say that we have advanced Excel. That's an important skill that majority of the graduates outside here lack. You see? So I think it's very, very much important for us as the youth. You know, we are seriously disenfranchised that majority have been absorbed by the whims and caprices of the political class. You know,
just repeat that last one, the whims and the?
And caprices of the political class. You know, recently I was trying to watch television, and a young man was seriously crying on live TV, saying that he gave someone a huge sum amount of money, and I wanted this person to secure a job. No, I don't want to mention names here.
It was in your county. You can see that. Deputy Governor of KC.
Everyone knows.
That is not rocket science. Hapo huwezi kujificha.
Yeah. So what I want to say is that there are opportunities in the informal sector, and some of my colleagues that we work with, the greatest challenge that these people are facing is the question of financial literacy. You know, someone by the name Robert Kiyosaki, he wrote a book about rich dad, poor dad. And what he was trying to stress is on the question of financial management. How are you going to put that shilling of yours? How are you going to invest it? So he was trying to educate the population on how to make money work for them.
Yes. Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Children?
No, I have a daughter.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So you want to get into politics, or what is your goal?
Not really, Chev. Not really. You know.
So if your governor in KC County offered you the deputy governor job, you wouldn't take it?
What I like to do in future are not necessarily join politics, but advise the political class.
You answer my question.
Yes.
So by advising the political class, you'll be advising them as a citizen or as a politician?
As an expert.
An expert
in the field of politics and governance. You know, Jeff, you have to agree with myself that you've read or seen the Auditor General reports, especially on the performance of these elected leaders.
Yeah, and,
see,
and the state of corruption.
The performance of some is actually dismal. You know, this implies that it's either they know not what they are doing or they have poor advisors. Like, for example, where I come from, the development expenditure is less than 3%. This with respect to Nancy Gatanju, that's the Auditor General reports. You know, this implies that it's either we have poor policymakers, that is at the county level, or the people that we elected, they don't know what they are doing. You know, another thing that I'd like to say is that the electorate, that is the voters, it's either they are not informed of the kind of leaders that they put into office, and that's why time in, time out, they cry that our leaders are not performing, our leaders are not delivering.
How long have you been an elder?
For 1 year now. You know, once you're married, once you have a family, it implies that you can. That's one of the prerequisites.
To be an elder?
Yes. And you are,
Jeff, I think you need to change churches. So now I'm not married yet, they won't consider me an elder?
No, not really. Because, you know, that's a leadership position, and it has to start from the family level.
And what do you do? What is your role as an elder?
My role is basically just leading.
Like if you lead sheep, what are you leading? You leading hymns?
It's basically.
I really want to know what this church is called. I'm coming there on Saturday.
It's SDA.
Karen SDA.
Yeah, it's Karen SDA. It's
Okay.
Karen
So
SDA.
what are you leading?
You just lead the flock.
Sheep.
Like, for example, you know, they have different departments. They have the children ministry department. There is the youth ministry department.
So you lead the children or the youth?
The youth.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're an elder of the youths.
Thomas.
Yes, Nick. Yeah, Nick.
Okay, so now this Boda business of yours, which is
Yes.
we talked about in the beginning.
Yes.
What do you do in the Boda? You carry passengers? Do you?
No.
What routes do you work?
I don't deal with carrying passengers. But as I told you, I work with an online platform, which is headquartered in Spain.
Do they have a name?
Yeah, they have a name. It's called Glovo.
Ah.
Yeah.
How hard is that to say? You're telling us that. Do you know how many companies?
Someone can go to court and say that how you don't speak on our behalf. That's why I'm private.
You're not speaking on their behalf.
You're giving them good praise.
Yes, because that's how you make your money, and
So you work for them.
Yeah, I work for them. Now after the job at the African, after the work at that international...
African Development Bank. That's only the financial situation.
Yeah, after that contract ended, life had to continue, Jeff.
Right.
Life had to continue. So I used the little savings I had to buy a Boda. That is one at that particular at that point.
Right.
Then after working for some time and I saw the results, now I say that I have to pump more money into that. So that's when I bought 5 more others.
With more savings, because you bought the first one, all your savings. So now these are the 5 you got like a finance?
No. Yeah, the 5 I bought using cash. Then 5 I bought using we have financial institutions that normally support that
sector.
So that sector. Yeah.
You must be a good financial.
You don't have to work for a big institution.
So that's why I told you. That's why I told you, Jeff. There's someone by the name John Adams. John Adams was the 2nd president of the United States of America.
John Quincy Adams.
John Quincy was the son. John Quincy Adams was the son to John Adams. So John Adams was the 2nd president of the United States of America,
right.
And John Quincy was the 6th. So John Adams said that we have 2 educations. One education informs us on how to live, and the other education informs us on how to make a living. Those were his words. So,
okay, with this Glovo, how often do they call you? Where do you go? Where do you deliver all that stuff?
How much can one make in a month? Or
in a week or a day?
Yeah.
If I tell you that, Nick,
I'll quit my job.
You might end up quitting your job. So,
maybe it's time. Maybe God put you in my path to lead me in that direction.
So what I want to say is that there is knowledge in books. Stress.
We're talking about Glovo. Forget books for a moment. Okay. We're talking about how much do you make in a day. We can read books later.
Yeah. Or watch a video of that knowledge.
Around 4,000
a day.
A day.
Hey, well, let me do a quick math. That one.
Jeff. There's a way in which even in a school setup, we have the bright students, those that are. So what this platform normally does is that it identifies the hard-working guys, and it rates them. They normally have what we call a base rating.
Yeah.
So if you are a hard-working gentleman and you do your job nicely, then they give you a higher score.
So
that one translates to it translates to pay.
So each border makes 4K a day?
No, not each.
Yours?
Not each. This is what I'm saying.
All 10 of them.
And I want you to get it. What this platform normally does is that it rates the riders. Yeah. So if you're a hard worker and your job is smart, they give you a higher score, and a higher score translates to a higher pay.
Okay. So how much do all borders make?
I don't know, but I can say for
all 10 of yours. That's what I'm asking.
All 10 of mine, huh? So the guys that I've employed, they normally give me around 600 each on a daily basis.
A day.
On a day.
So 600. So what would 600
times 6? Yeah.
Because you said I can end up quitting my job. That's 6,000.
5,000.
But I don't know how much you get, Nick. Eh?
No. I'll do the math. So 600 times 10 borders, 6,000 per day.
No. That's for.
No, he makes 4K on his own.
Yes.
Okay.
And the other 9 makes 600 a day.
Yes.
Which is 5,400.
Okay.
Yes.
Times 4 is almost 10K a day. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So 10K times 30 days?
Not 30. You subtract 1 day a week.
Oh, because of SDA, you have to go to church. Okay, so let's say 25 days. Right?
Yes.
You make 250,000 shillings a month.
Yeah, Jeff.
I want my border. Hey, Thomas.
Yes, Jeff.
Thomas.
You are the next millionaire.
No. not really.
And please, when you leave at 10,
yes,
make sure that everyone gets e-teams. We have to all pay housing levy.
1.5%, and ship is coming. Oh my goodness. Okay, so listen, your advice to youth out there, because there are a lot of unemployed, very angry, very disenfranchised youth. What do you tell them?
Besides the academic qualifications that we have, besides the papers that we have, what other skill do you possess? So some of these informal jobs, there's some good money, but now have people really known about this?
Not only that, are they willing?
Are they willing
to work those jobs?
Sure. Are they willing?
But some people don't know about the skill they have, so maybe you can give a few examples of some of the skills you're talking about. There's some you can acquire from home.
And after all, I've just mentioned here, Nick, driving skills. How many have driving licenses out there?
But how many driving?
Riding skills. How many graduates are willing to learn about riding skills? That's a skill. Not everyone can ride a motorbike.
True.
Yeah, not everyone. But I think for anyone who has had me, for anyone, this is just a clarion call. Let's try to have a particular skill besides the academic qualifications that we have. Farming is also a skill. I've told you, Jeff. Farming is also a skill.
Absolutely.
That we need to take up and embrace, because we have a huge and growing population, and this population must be fed.
And the youth don't want to go into farming.
Yeah.
They think it's boring, or it's for old people.
Exactly. Yeah. Evil, Jeff.
And also, going into church as an elder also has its two benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, because like I told you, Jeff is. And he has a loud voice, maybe he can also converse.
Going forward, what do you want to do with your life? Because you've acquired all these skills along the way.
Yeah.
And we asked you whether politics is in your radar, and you said no. You want to advise the politicians. You want to advise those.
What I really want to do in future is to come up with the firm that is a consultant's firm. And as I told you, this fellow from your region, Mutai Ngunyi, has been my all-time mentor, and I'd like to meet him one of the fine days.
Jeff has his number.
Absolutely.
You have his number?
Both of them.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Some of the politicians, some of the political class, they just go into politics without really understanding what is entailed in the murky waters of politics. Everything that we do, including politics, must be well planned, and that's why someone said that if you don't plan to join politics, and if you don't strategize accordingly, then you are planning to fail miserably. Like in the previous elections, I worked with someone who was vying for a parliamentary portfolio, but I joined towards the tail end. I joined the camp towards the tail end. So I realized that this particular person had just joined politics because people are joining politics. The lady was just clueless. She had not planned accordingly. She had not strategized. She even never knew how many agents she needed. She even never knew the resources that she needed. So what I really want to do, or going forward, especially with my background in the science of politics, is to come up with a consultancy firm whereby I'll be doing things right. I'll be advising these people accordingly. I'll be telling them what they need to do, what they need to win. You need to plan accordingly.
Perfect. Now you said what they need to do to win.
You need to put in place proper strategic plans. Like how is your life going to be if you join politics? They normally say, Nick, they normally say that when you join politics, you must be ready for two things. That is because we have the better and bitter parts of politics. The better part is winning, and the bitter part is losing. Okay. So you have to prepare for both. You see?
Yeah, to win and lose.
To win and lose. So we must go there knowing that you are going either to win or to lose.
But now if we consult with you, are we going to win or not?
Of course you're going to win. Of course you have to win.
Okay.
You have to win.
But this lady did not win.
She did not win.
Why? And you were consulting?
No, she just sought my services towards the tail end. I just joined her camp. I joined her camp like
after votes have been counted.
No, I joined her camp like a month to elections. Before elections.
Okay.
So I realized that she had even not mobilized enough resources. You see?
So like for MP, how much resources do I need?
You know, political power is derived from economic power. So you must have a proper and nice economic footing before joining politics. Otherwise, you'll be seriously surprised. The ballot, because ours is not policy-based politics, but is the politics of what you have, how much resources you have, and not the kind of policies that you have.
I see. Okay. Well, my friend, Thomas Omao.
Yes, Jeff.
This is the name we're going to be...
At Koinange Jeff. You know, I never knew that I could meet Jeff in one of my lifetime.
How many lifetimes?
You know, just listen, Nick. When you talk about media,
Yes.
Jeff's media dexterity is always above board. You know, these are gentlemen that when you talk about media personalities, and without Jeff, then this guy is above board. He's always objective and to the point.
Thank you, brother.
I have been following you, Jeff.
You have, huh?
Yeah, for so long.
Have you bought my book?
No, I've not.
You've been talking about books the whole hour. You haven't bought my book.
You can tell me how to get it.
You can get it right here down the road at Prestige Bookshop.
Or Prestige.
Or Textbook Center.
Okay.
Do you read?
I read, and I'm actually doing a book personally. I forgot to say that I'm an author.
Is it your story?
It's a collection of stories
About you or about what?
about me and other stories. Just a collection of stories.
What's the title? What's the title?
The title is it's a collection of stories.
What is the
means
title?
that the
So
title.
I'm going to write on the cover there a collection of stories.
No,
What's good?
you'll have to capture one story that will be the cover of the whole story, and the title is The Valley of Death.
The Valley of Death.
Yeah, The Valley of Death. The story captures the story captures what happened some times ago at a place called El Ade in Somalia.
When the troops, KDF troops,
Exactly.
were massacred.
So I had a very close friend of mine who survived that massacre. So he's the one who was telling me what transpired during that morning of 15th of January.
Good. That story has to be told.
Exactly.
It has to be told.
Even me now I'm feeling left out. I think I'll write a book this year. I can't be in the presence of authors and not write a book.
Do you feel disenfranchised?
I'm disenfranchised.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much,
And we wish
Jeff.
you all the very best of luck.
Thank you very much, my